is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
So recently, one of Joe Budden's supporters, Joe Nay, hosted a Twitter Spaces discussion focused on a controversial moment from episode 767 of the Joe Budden podcast, which was actually dropped today. The conversation sparked after Joe made a remark about not wanting to party with the Bridges and Tunnel crew or crowd on the podcast. Some listeners took offense to that, interpreting that the comment was a slight against those with the 9 to 5 jobs. As tension rose, Joe Budden himself joined the spaces to address the issue, but things quickly escalated into a heated exchange. Look at the files.
We at work,
Okay,
Joe.
what did
We
Joe
at
say?
work, man. Come on now.
I got a question for you, Joe.
Yeah,
Do we
Joe.
bother you at your nine
Hold
to
on,
five?
hold on.
Yeah.
I had a question. Now let me
You,
ask
you
Joe a
don't
question.
think
Joe,
it's
why is
contradictory
you
to be
playing? Why is you
pro-black
playing
woman
with
and
the people that's
know
paying?
that most black women
I don't
work
get
in that
that part.
demographic?
What'd you
Let
say,
me
Joe
make a
Nay?
comment.
I said, Joe Budden, why are you playing with the people that pay? I don't even know why you even did
I'm
that.
not playing with nobody to pay.
Why would you even do that? Okay, you think so?
No, I don't want to party with y'all.
Mm, okay.
That
Oh,
ain't
So
what
why
he
don't
you
try
said
so
on
to
why you
don't
Clubhouse.
try to put
why
words
I
in his
don't
mouth.
want to
yo why
party with y'all.
okay, so what
But you
so
want to
let's see.
parlay with him. We cool enough to
Why are you
parlay with him.
doubling down, tripling down, calling people working class? Now, Joe, come on. See, this is where you and me always find a meeting of the minds. Because you know what you mean and you know what you say and you know that it's gonna get people to react. So I don't even know why you too much even play with people like this.
Well, we live in a very reactive world. So yes, I do expect people to react. That, that don't have nothing to do with what I'm saying.
So what was the aim of what you were saying?
I said what I was saying.
That you told him to get you out of the way of working class
I
people.
said I
And you
don't
said, I
want
don't want to
to
be around no
party
bitches
with
with
the
jobs.
bridge and tunnel crowd.
You
Yes, that was a late Friday night activity.
Now you didn't know going to the paddle place that was you thought that was an elite event
Yeah.
before you made it up in
Well, they
there.
thought it was
Yes.
gonna be two tables and
Yeah.
it was a show, and instead it was an exhibition with like mad tables and everybody could just have
Yeah.
fun.
No, sorry. I'm
So
not
with so
going to
with the name, so
barcode on my
who was on
Friday
the list?
night. And
Okay, so who was on the list
and
that you
I
thought was elite?
called to make sure, and the people that were throwing the event are not 9 to 5ers and don't normally attract or promote to that crowd. But this year, or maybe last year, or this event, it was different. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just in and out of here.
What you got against the 9 to 5 hoes, man?
Joe,
What's wrong with 9 to 5ers? They be asking for
you
your autograph or
yo,
something. They be
you
asking for your
Listen,
photo.
listen,
Like, what's wrong with the nine
y'all
to
could
They
fivers?
drag it.
freestyle at him.
Y'all could drag it if you want.
All the way to
I don't want
Sunday.
to. I don't want to
okay.
step on y'all's fun.
All the way to Sunday.
No, I'm glad you're here because I'm about to put the flames because you saying that you don't want to party with the 9 to 5ers, right? But you okay with going to the concerts with the 9 to 5ers? You okay with being
Yes,
in the airport with the nine to
yes,
fivers? You're okay with being in going to dinner with the 9 to 5ers?
yes.
Because please believe, I already know. I don't like. I had a conversation. I've been in Tatiana's. I know that was your spot for a while, and that's a very small spot where you were probably rubbing elbows with a regular 9 to 5er. So, what is the
Might have been
difference
quick.
between that and doubling down, saying you don't want to be around bitches with
You just
jobs?
named a bunch of places where there's an activity happening, i.e., dinner, i.e., a concert,
Hmm.
i.e., a strip club, anywhere where there is something going on. An after work function or an arcade or barcode or just
Hmm.
a regular Friday night run it up with no, nigga, no, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry. And I hate to break it to you.
Okay.
Most celebrities do not want to do that. Sorry.
Joe, only a 9 to 5 can
I
clean it
hate
up
to be
like
the I
that.
hate to be the bearer of the bad news, but we in a time of
Okay.
people paying top dollar for anonymity at social clubs, i.e., fucking Soho, i.e., fucking the shit in Dumbo. There's a million of them popping up. This is not a new concept. Y'all
It's
drag it, be
it's
mad.
not
I
it's
don't
not it's
care.
not it's
I
not a new
didn't invent
con
it.
it's not a new concept. But do you think all of those celebrities is going on a platform saying, "Get me away from these brokies"?
That's the
What we
difference. They
talking
don't
about? They
say it.
ain't
They just
Nah,
saying
but
say
it.
it.
They
They
Joe's
just
doing
just
us
say
a
it
moved.
favor
amongst.
by doing that. You know that,
And
right? That's
They
you
say it
exactly what
amongst
he's
know
doing.
that
themselves. They
your
don't
biggest
say it
consumer are
on
the
their platform.
brokies. Like I'm
All
trying
right,
to
but
Whoa,
hold
whoa,
on,
whoa,
Nate.
whoa,
I
whoa,
know,
whoa,
Nate.
whoa,
There's a
whoa, whoa,
place for
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Miami.
whoa.
There's a
That's
place for
not
Miami to
true
chill
either,
too. Shout out to the
Jonay.
brothers.
oh my
That's not
God,
true.
bro.
You just freestyling. That is not true.
Your biggest consumer are not the brokies. Who's
My
paying for your
biggest consumer
Patreon?
is not the nigga on the train that don't have an extra $5 to his name, Jonay. That's not my biggest consumer. Sorry.
Okay, but those aren't always 9 to 5ers. So if you're talking about somebody that's a
But
nine to
there's
fiver, that's
no,
also
see,
someone
you
that pays
sticking to
25.
9 to 5 because you work a job and you being obtuse to the context of the conversation. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Bridge and tunnel is applicable to a certain 9 to 5. The people that are not and cannot go out from Monday through Thursday. No, I'm not partying with y'all. Feel
I
the fuck
told
how you
y'all
want
he
to
was gonna do
feel.
that.
Okay, so
I can still
you
party
can
Monday through Thursday,
100%
bro.
you can
Me too,
100%
Peach.
party with whomever you want. I don't think that's the larger point. But the doubling and
I
tripling
can't
down,
tell.
because you're now see now Joe,
And
you
I
already know the
reserve the right to say it.
you do reserve the right to say it, and I reserve the right to say the shit that I'm saying too, and to
Have a
say,
slice.
okay, you want to play, you want to be funny, I could be hilarious, we could be Eddie Murphy and fucking Martin Lawrence in this bitch.
Oh
I
no.
just said what I said, that in the grand scheme of things, in the context of what was said, true. You're saying rhetoric and a narrative that can come along with saying, I don't want to be around no working class bitches. I don't want to be around no bitches with jobs. And it's okay, it's a joke, but at the same time, it's like, okay, keep being funny, and we can show who's who, and we can show who's being funny when it comes to the
Jonay,
consumer, is all I'm
boycott.
saying.
Go wave a white
I'm not trying to
picket
boycott
stand.
you.
Like
I'm not
whatever the
boycotting you. I'm
fuck
talking
y'all
about the
feel like y'all
point.
need to do, go do it. Who cares?
My question in defense.
You do if you up here.
Wait. In defense
I'm
of Joe,
up here,
what
Jonay,
difference does
because
it make
I've
to
been
you?
here for months and months and months. I'm not up
You're
here
right.
because every time something is said on a podcast, you want to personalize it. I don't care.
Right. Absolutely. I think we've grappled with the fact that you don't care about that. But then again, yet and still, what is it that you expect when you come into a situation or you come into a space where people are saying, yep, I think that sounds a little interesting from someone that I support or someone that I think is a podcaster that should understand the things that he's saying. And in the same breath, will say something like that, but in the same breath, say that somebody's being unprofessional on Twitter. So it's just like, okay, so which side of the brain are we using when it comes to the
Jonay,
things
I
you
don't.
do? But then what side of the brain is it using when it comes to
Are you
everybody
asking me
else?
about my
I just
brain
think
or
that's
yours?
funny. We can ask about both.
But what are you asking about? So I'm clear.
What I'm saying is the side of your brain that says to Melissa Ford, don't get online saying something that seems threatening and it's unprofessional. That side of the brain turns off when you start saying, I don't want to be around working class people on a broadcast of people that listen that are working class. So now all of a sudden we have to dive into your context and not understand that you could be directing that towards anybody, whether it's me or not. I don't take it personally because I ain't no brokey. But my point is generally speaking, it's a consistent narrative that's like, okay, come on now, like that it's just a little insensitive. It's not really reading the room. And I knew that there would be a time where there would be a conversation where you would say, well, be sensitive. Don't, no one cares. It's like, yeah, but that's not the point. The larger point is not about if you care or
Jonay,
not,
listen,
which is what I
listen.
said earlier.
Gauge it with whatever side of the brain y'all want. The people that know me know I didn't want to party with Bridge and Tunnel people broke. That's y'all making this about something else. I am not partying that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Nor do I think it's unprofessional to say that.
So you think this is more about your being antisocial or elitism?
Both.
Maybe both.
Yo,
It,
Joe, who was in
so
Mars
so you're more
2112
so
back in
like,
the
when
day?
I
Come on,
didn't
yo.
have it, I still wasn't partying with y'all, and when I do have it, I'm still not partying with y'all. So I think
Yo, to
then
the
that
person
could be a
that
different
just said
conversation, but
that,
that's not how it comes
that's where I
across.
think the disconnect is with some of y'all that take this pod personally. When I was going to
Mm-hmm.
Mars 2112, there was an artist entrance, right? Like, do you know there was a
Of course.
whole nother?
I
I'm just
use
talking to
that
the
club
guy
number
that
one
said that.
because we joke around with
To
that
Oh, I
whoever
comment.
didn't
said
hear him. Who
that,
was that,
Yeah,
Blake?
you
I
know
said.
there was a whole section of Mars 2112, as is with most clubs, that's just not accessible.
I mean,
That was
I think all
me.
places
That
have a
was
back
me
entrance.
that used to,
All places
you
do.
know, we used to leave those spots in the club because we want to go party. We want to go shake our ass, mingle, be social, meet women. As time goes on, you learn that that is not the way to move. That is not how you party, to just be accessible to everybody in the universe at all times. Sorry, that's my life. I'm not saying it's yours.
Listen, as someone with TSA pre-check and I dabble in certain airfare, I completely understand the vibe of
Dabble.
wanting
That
to
girl
have
just got off the first class
a
flight.
specialized
Okay.
hello. Let me land my plane. What I'm saying is, I think there is, when you get to a certain level of whatever you feel, I think everybody in this world will feel like, okay, I don't want to have to do the things that I used to do anymore because I feel like I've reached a certain level of success. And if not a certain level of success, I just don't want to be accessible like I've been in the past, which is why people will drive to work instead of taking a train. People will do certain things instead of doing other things. That's not the point. We get it. We understand you're a celebrity. We understand that you have the right and the privilege of choosing where you're going. But at the same time, in the recap of a conversation, the doubling down, tripling down, and the joke, which we understand you were saying it's a joke, of saying you don't want to be around 9-to-5ers and brokies and what does a 9-to-5er look like? And then we get into that. It just comes across as tone deaf. There's nothing wrong with being
I got
tone
the
deaf.
perfect
And I just
question
feel
right
like
here. I got the perfect
when
question
when a
though.
when a scenario is brought up from a response to a pod, there could be, okay, yeah, I can understand that. There ain't got to be this doubling down. I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas. We know. That's why you said it.
Wait, Joe, did you
And it's not
genuinely?
about somebody personalizing anything. It's just, okay, we get you
Nah,
saying
it's
it,
a
and
group of
I
y'all
don't
that
agree
do be
with it.
personalizing shit. But that's okay.
Joe, did you
Right, but
genuinely?
again, but we can't personalize someone we don't know, Joe, and y'all do too. We already know y'all personalize everything.
I don't know who you talking to. I don't personalize a goddamn thing, and I'm speaking for me.
Okay,
I got a
okay.
question. Did you
Nah,
genuinely?
you
Did you
said you had the
genuinely
most
enjoy your
fun.
meet and greets when you were in an
Wait, what
artist
happened?
form and in podcast form?
Blake, I'm gonna have to bring you
Best
down
thing
and
in
bring
the
you back up
world.
because it don't look like you're. I don't know why it's not looking like you're talking. Let me bring you down and bring you back up. Um, Hold on a second. Remove from speakers.
And again, I'm gonna wait till my man get his shit
Mm-hmm.
off first.
Who? Who? Who's your
My man
man?
that was just talking.
Yeah, I had to bring him down and he has to come back up because I couldn't hear nothing. I don't want to talk
I
over
heard
him.
him. He
Hold on
he
a second.
said, Was I appreciative, and how did I feel? Was I happy when I was doing my meet and greets?" And my answer to that is, of course, best time in the world.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
I
hold on
think
a second.
that was my
Go
main
ahead, Blake.
question was the meet and greets because I know that the few times that we had interacted, it was great. Everybody was laughing and kicking it. But I know you have made jokes in the past about being like, man, like I kind of never, if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious. That's to me that goes to show that you're willing to not compromise just for like a small extra bag or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the meet and greets wasn't really for any specific bag. It was a human to human type of thing where you just get to actually speak to and communicate with your fan base. The same thing this is. It's the same shit.
Right, but again, Joe, let me tell you something. This is why it's like the fodder I appreciate to a certain level, but at the same time, don't nobody got time for you and your shenanigans, because you say that and then turn around in the same breath and say, "Well, I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say. If y'all want to boycott, leave. Don't let the doorknob hit you with a good large split you." Like, nigga, okay. Like, we understand that you don't think that we
But
have
wait,
any right to say half the stuff that we
why
say.
can't
But
both
listen,
things be true?
both things can be true, but you are also in a space, right? Where if you're coming over just to say, fuck y'all, kiss my ass, then okay, fuck us, kiss your
Wait,
ass, and
I
keep
did
it
not
moving. Go
come
create the
over here
space.
to say that. So please don't
Okay,
twist my words up.
so you get on the stage and you say, "What? I'm famous. I can create my own space." Then go create your own space and let us be over here and kiki and be
Yeah,
talking shit
we
about you
don't
because I
have
knew
to
you was gonna egg
be,
on us from day
no,
one.
if we can't communicate without these pseudo threats to one another, then I most certainly will
No,
create my
absolutely
own
not.
space. And I
Right,
reserve the
because that's
right
the
to
thing.
say
There's
that
no
too.
pseudo threat.
No, I'm not never
You
coming
you
somewhere
do.
and you just get to just go crazy and say, ah, kick you out, motherfucker, if you don't like. No, 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 no.
No, and well, ain't nobody even threatening to kick you out. What I said was, we're over here talking, and you know what's tea, and you know what we're talking about because you've been here. So the reality of it is, so what do you have to add? Then you say, well, I don't care what y'all have to say. I know y'all gonna boycott. The problem is the reality we're trying to communicate is that sounds weird. Being somebody that focuses on a consumer base that is Patreon subscribers that are the first ones up at 8 a.m. to listen to your shit, and people hear it, and you say y'all are just personalizing. No, we're not just personalizing. You said it. It came out your mouth. So stand on 10. And like you said, you're standing on 10. So what else is there to talk about that point? Other than other than you saying, well, help me to understand y'all perspective. That's the only other thing to say. Because if that's how we feel about what you said, there's nothing else to really dive into about that particular topic. We talk about something else. Now, Joe, if you're talking, I can't hear shit you saying, so you might have to leave and come back. I can't hear you. Anybody else? Makai, Sunny Rain? So, is it just
Big
me?
nine to
Am I the one
five.
that can't
Big
hear
nine to
shit?
five.
Hold on a minute.
You know what I'm saying? I party with the 9 to 5 hoes. You know how I like my
I
women.
say you sound like you inside recess over, nigga.
Yeah, yeah, all that shit over.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
You
I
told them
look.
niggas playtime is
You know, it's I guess it's his preference. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hating on preference. You know, it's more for me out here. More hoes for me.
I'm weak. Nigga said, I want the 9 to 5 coochie. That's fine.
Yo,
All right,
when it
back.
build up a
Okay,
little
I'm
nine
back.
to five sweat,
All right, I'm back.
ain't nothing
I
wrong
can
with
hear
it.
now. I can hear now. I can hear now. Alrighty.
Cool beans. You
Yeah,
might
Okay.
have to leave
we
and
can
Now
go
come
I
back
can
back
to
hear. I
in.
can
this
hear
Mark Him
great
on Hill
now.
shit too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Now I can hear.
Oh, there you
So
go.
Joe, were you saying something? Because I couldn't hear anything. It just went silent.
And yeah, but then the break made me forget it. But my larger
Okay.
point was my party preferences really isn't up for discourse with anybody.
Well, you
And
know, we can make something out of
honestly,
nothing.
I
Anyway.
do believe if you asking me in an honest space, yeah, there's a few of y'all that probably should get the fuck out. So I'm not mad at that either.
Well,
So,
you
so
also got
really,
a
the
boyfriend
comment
because
was
you didn't
made
even
about
close the door behind you. That's the
accessibility
problem.
and about just how people may have like there's certain situations where you may not want everybody to have access to you. Correct?
Yo, dog, if I'm in the strip club and nobody's throwing money, I'm out of there. It's a hazard. It's a hazard at that point. It's not comfortable at that
Well,
point.
see, that's where the disconnect is because
There's
it's
a
like
way
people are
to
saying we can throw
move and a
money too.
way.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, let me land. There's a way to move and a way not to move. I don't impede on how anybody else move, and I damn sure ain't gonna let them impede on how I move. So yeah, at that particular time, yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of there. I'm out of
Mm.
there.
Hmm.
Sorry.
I don't give a damn where you party,
Sorry.
Joe. I don't even like strip
And you
clubs.
know what's
I don't
funny?
give a
I'm
shit.
sorry, Joe Nay. That's what I forgot what I was trying to say.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
to be honest,
What's up?
if you haven't moved around New York City or like
Mm-hmm.
some type of big city or city with like a nightlife, because I know some people are in towns where the nightlife is not lit, then you're not going to get what I'm saying anyway, and it's not applicable to you, that whole bridge and tunnel theory.
Well, you got somebody from New York on the stage that interpreted. And she from Queens, so how you think she don't understand? You don't think
Well,
somebody
everyone,
from Queens will understand what you're saying?
I don't think
Jonay, if
I don't think
that's not
that's
what I just said, I
No,
didn't
no,
I
say
think
because you're
anything
saying
about
some
people
some
from
people some
Queens.
people. No, I'm not saying that. You said that sometimes the context to having a statement saying the bridge and tunnels, if you are not moving and shaking in the New York City scene, you may not really understand. I'm just saying Feats is a product of the New York City scene, or you're saying your scene in New York City. Is that what you're referencing
No,
specifically?
then the statement is not applicable
No,
to Feats.
I got when he said the bridge and tunnel thing, because that's why I said niggas that's going through the bridge and tunnels is people that, uh, again, I don't think it was a when he now thinking, and him talking now, I don't think the 9 to 5 was in reference to like the money you're making or not making. It's more so like the schedule you have. Like if you're working a 9 to 5 and the things that people do who can't, again, party throughout the week and finally get to party, the things they do in comparison than the niggas who can just go out and party every day is different. So in that aspect, I can see saying like the 9 to 5ers is just more of like a, to me it's being used more as like a behavior if anything than opposed to the actual finances, or because you work and I don't work, or because your work is this in a 9 to 5. I
It's
think
being
it's more
used as a
I don't think it's
schedule.
just, yeah, it's not a finance thing. When I think everyone took it,
It's
and me
been yo,
included,
yo,
took it as a
hell
finance
nah.
thing.
You ain't about to get up here and say, Jose, you using it as a schedule. What?
Feet,
Yo,
you
all right,
phony.
all
Feet, you
right,
I
all
just
right.
phony.
said
We ain't about to do this
I
today.
myself included believe he was speaking from a financial standpoint. That's why everybody said they had money. We were all talking about
No,
in
Joe said
references.
no. I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about
I don't
Joe.
have a job, so I
Joe
wouldn't know.
Oh, you
W
saying he
said,
doing
and
his
I was
master
talking about a
manipulator?
schedule.
Oh, you saying he doing the master manipulator?
Oh,
Yo,
brother. Oh, you got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Joe
Yeah,
just said, no,
I ain't
no,
gonna. I ain't
hold
gonna
up, hold
cap.
up, hold up.
He cooking y'all a little bit.
Joe,
He got you in
Joe
the
just
frying pan a
said,
little
nah.
bit.
Joe just said, yeah, I was talking about the schedule.
Well, to give a little bit of
Y'all
bail
Yo,
to
you
what
wait,
to
wait,
like the
wait, hold
overall.
up. See, yo, do you know I go out with people who got to be to work at 6 in the morning? They just stay up. Like they don't let
Mhm.
that hinder how they move through the week. Like y'all that's trying to
So,
get
Joe,
offended
describe
at
to
the 9 to 5 thing,
no,
have
we're
a
not.
blast.
We're not.
But
We're
everything I'm
hearing what you
saying is
say.
sensible.
No, it's not. But it's okay. So listen. So when you were at that polo ping pong shit, right? When you scanned the room and you made the comment about why you got me in these working class people, what is the type of people you saw? Was it like a Dave and Buster's crowd?
Yet the
Is that what you're
people
saying?
that are not used to seeing anybody famous, so a line is
So did you
going
have
to
people coming up to
form,
you asking
and
for?
everybody is
Oh,
going to
okay.
talk a hole in your head, or want a picture, or
Oh.
give you a demo, or tell you about their new
Mm,
project or their business, or yada 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 yada. In that entire
mm.
story, the point was from the moment I walked in the door, it was a content house.
We gauged not one thing out of any of that. I'm telling you, I'm just telling you as a person that listened to it
Well, if you was
and
listening
wasn't
trying
listening
to
to
get
I wasn't
offended,
listening to
then
I
have at
wasn't
it.
listening. See, first of all,
But wait, what I
Joe,
will tell you
please
this is Jonah.
do
Jonah, wait,
that to
wait, no, no,
somebody
no,
else.
no.
I don't
Listen.
listen to get
What I
offended.
will
I
tell you is
listen, and then
this.
if it's something I want to talk about, I will.
Jonah, what I'll
Hmm.
tell you is this.
Yeah.
When
Hmm.
I said it, I did
Hmm.
try to cut it. I did try to take
Mm.
it out. I said that
Okay.
sounds
Why is that?
mean.
Hmm.
And the room said it's hilarious. Leave it.
It
The
was.
other nine
The
to fivers
entire
said that.
room. We took a
Okay.
vote. The
Hmm.
whole room said leave it. Hey,
No,
then
bro,
they
that shit was
sent
funny.
over the titles for the episodes, and I picked it.
Hmm.
And they said,
Hmm.
"Are you scared of that 9 to 5ers?" I said, "You're goddamn right."
I mean, to be fair though, we in here making fun of that same joke. You know what I'm saying? So we laughing at
Hmm.
it too. You feel me?
No, everybody ain't
Hmm.
laughing. Everybody ain't laughing.
No, niggas ain't
Well,
laughing.
Teehee, bro,
See,
Teehee.
okay,
I'm big
but
mad.
I ain't
what
heard
but
it
what's so
yet.
funny is it's hilarious that now that not in a bad way. Oh yeah, don't put it in. Oh, you don't keep it. Da, da, da. But then when people get their numbers and how they got a boss and how they da 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 da, then they get offended and start blocking people off social media. It's very, when it comes to the characters on this particular production, this
Is she cutting in and out for anybody else?
Yeah,
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 Joe,
you
you
Yeah.
cutting
cutting
in.
in and out for me too.
Yeah,
you
my
chopped
fault.
and screwed.
Okay, hold on. My
Might be that
bad.
9 to 5 Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm
It is.
saying.
It's a 9 to 5 elevator.
Oh, look,
It
don't be
gotta
But
hating
be.
on
It
my
gotta
Wi-Fi
be
good
that
not
9 to
Wi-Fi.
even.
5
You know what I
Wi-Fi.
mean?
I ain't
No,
gonna lie.
dog,
You know
that's
what I
too much
mean?
now. You know what I'm saying? You gaslit me on the Mark Lamont Hill shit, man. Come on,
Wait, I
bro.
don't remember that. What happened?
Okay,
Come on, man.
hold
You
on.
know
Can
them.
you hear me now?
Not really.
Can
Barely.
you hear me now?
Nope.
Hell
Hold on.
no.
Nah.
Barely. Now you gotta go to the left. Go to the left.
Chopped and screwed.
Nah. Man, come on. How you ain't gonna tell them boys that you bringing people in, man? What? Come on, boss. Come on, boss.
Wait, me and you had that talk, Micah?
Yeah, we had to
We're on
talk.
playback?
It was playback. Yeah.
I was wrong?
No, well, no. You were right. Remember, Nick Nack was right. Remember, and you came up and you was like, you sort of said she was
No,
right,
no, I
but you
didn't
ain't
say
all the
that.
way stand in it.
I would never get into that publicly. I was just saying that you gaslit her.
Yes, you did. Can you guys hear me better now, or am I still fucked up?
Yes, much.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Much
So,
better.
Joe, you think you funny? I hate niggas that when you have a little technical difficulty, now all of a sudden I'm on work Wi-Fi. Fuck y'all. Work Wi-Fi. I hate y'all. Ew.
That was
Anywho,
me. I meant
yeah,
it.
no, I heard. No, yeah, okay. I'm not on the work Wi-Fi. I actually am not at work. How about that? I get to leave when I want because
You
that's the
said
type
that
of
with
nine
some
to five
grills
I
in her
got.
mouth. Don't let her trick you.
Period. Listen. Anywho, I feel the same. Well, what you just said, Mike, I feel like Joe definitely knew and had that little moment with them people and announced Mark Lamont Hill. But I mean, I don't know. Does everybody feel? Oh, hold on. I see Pixie. Pixie want to come and talk. I don't know if everybody good on the 9 to 5 topic. I'm chill. Listen, I already know the vibes is Joe.
Yeah,
Listen,
shut your broke ass up.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen,
Well, how you
I'm.
doing, buddy?
Mm-hmm. Is Pixie up here? Pixie, you wanted to come up and say
What's
something,
up,
girl?
y'all?
Hey,
I'm on
girl.
my little 9 to 5, my little hour break. What's going on?
We'll be taking
What's
donations for
going
the 9 to 5ers
on?
later.
um, actually, as a 9 to 5 person who is from Queens and is a New York City girl, and also, actually, I'm really outside. I do not as much anymore, but I definitely do go outside. Unpopular opinion, I feel Joe. I do. I do. Um, Let me explain this, and I'm going to say it with just this quick little anecdote. Personally, I took it as a joke, although I feel like I'm going to be honest. It's like, did it come off a little arrogant, whatever? Yeah, but that's what we like about Joe. Like, don't we? That's isn't that the whole point? We know that's his steez. We know that's how he is. It is what it is.
I like his intellect.
Hmm?
I appreciate his intellect.
Oh, I mean,
I appreciate
people like
it.
there's many facets
Micah, I'm
that
taking notes on your shots.
That was a real comment.
I mean,
Yeah, Micah, stay in line.
we enjoy him for many like attributes. Wait, can you guys hear me? I got off my my Wi-Fi, my 9 to 5
More work
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Lord G.
Boo!
Nah, you dropped the work Wi-Fi. Get back on
I'm
We are
it.
getting
not.
off.
We are not.
Nah, that
We are
sound
not
like the
making
work
this
from home
thing
Wi-Fi.
anytime.
Can you guys hear me?
And is Mike
Yeah,
on the
we
work
can.
Wi-Fi too?
The
Or
work
you
from
and
home
Magda?
Wi-Fi don't lose
You and Magda
service.
got
That's why
both?
mine's is good, honey.
Yeah, I know. Am I good now because I was on the work Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you
No,
good.
I
We can
can
hear
hear you
you.
Okay, yeah, no.
good. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
got off the work Wi-Fi because God forbid they update this fucking internet. Anyways, um, so we know why. It's part of the whole gist. My whole point is, um, this is the anecdote that I'm gonna leave with. When I started making a certain amount of money, right, with this job, I told myself I'm gonna have to start dating. This is just even though it's related but not related. I'm gonna have to start dating people in a in a higher caliber or in my tax bracket or above because and that sucks because now I can't do hood rat shit with my friends. And that's literally what I left it at. It's because of the fact that I can't go ahead and spend the same money and run in the same circles. But it's more than that. It's the fact that they're not going to live the same lifestyle as me. Like the person who works maybe like a service job, right? That's a little bit more flexible, that they don't have weekends off, but they have a Thursday off. They're not going to understand that I got a dip at like, I don't know, 9 a.m. in the morning because I have a global meeting to attend to. Like they're not going to get that, or they're not going to understand like certain things that I have to do. Or like the fact that, yeah, sure, I'm on salary, but I have to stay maybe a little bit later because I have to take, I have to go meet with a board, whatever the case is. So it's like, I feel like it definitely has to do with the schedule. I see that because when I made less money, I had a hell of a lot more flexible schedule. I was outside, I was doing whatever, even though like I will spend whatever I had, my little pocket, to go ahead and get into cute places. And what I mean by cute places, like I was 22 in like Soho House. I was like, I was doing things like that. Like that's what I liked. Like I like going to places like that. But I also like going to nice gritty, places too. But I realized that you can't necessarily like, it makes it harder now depending on the schedule to like go ahead and chill with like certain people because you can't, do it. It's either you're gonna go ahead, rough it, and be up till 6 a.m. or you're gonna be, exhausted
Do
the
the
next day.
coke. It'll keep you up. Do the
Um,
drugs. Go out,
yeah, I mean,
have a ball.
I
Papa
mean, I
Bean, Papa
pop a
Bean.
bean and do all that shit. But I'm not saying my point is like, yo, yeah, I see how it's a schedule. I do. Like it makes sense. Like, that's it. My whole thing is now because I like, for example, I'm gonna go see Leon Thomas on Thursday. It starts at 7. It ends like around 11. It's in Pier 17. I live in Queens. That means it's gonna take me, if I take the tunnel, right? If I go on ahead and take the MTA, it's gonna take me 2 hours to get fucking home, or an hour and a half. What I'm gonna do is gonna spend that fucking $60 Uber and fucking get my ass home, in time. It's, but you need to be able to have the money.
Now, Pixie, I'm sorry. I need to reel you in because you're going a little long. What is it that you're actually saying as it relates to what Joe said? So you're saying your experiences, you're aligning your experiences with Joe's? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I get it. Like, I mean, it's not that it aligns 100%. Like, listen, I don't have the pocket that
Uh-huh. But you're
he
right.
has.
So you're just saying like you can understand the what aspect of him saying, get me from around these working class
And it's
citizens.
also, it's more,
You're saying,
it's also the
welcome
fact
to
that,
Maryland.
like, we have to remember that Joe is an entertainment. In entertainment, like, you have a certain, like, from Thursday to Sunday, that's hot. That's prime time. That's hot. And then it's like, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes there'll be a random thing on a Tuesday and you go. Like, what I have, like, I would like to say, because of the fact that I dabble or I mix
Mm-hmm.
with and like I DJ and stuff like that, I know that I have to go ahead sometimes and sacrifice sleep, even though I got to go into my 9 to 5 the next day. So it's just easier, obviously, if you don't have that 9 to 5. And the whole thing is, it's not everybody got that stamina. Mad people will say, "Yo, not." There's people that talk about like, "Yo, 10 a.m., 10 p.m., I'm in bed." That's lit, and that's because they're used they're used to that, maybe because of their schedule. So I don't know. I get it.
Mm, I don't know, but I have a question with Joe though. So if he's saying he's a celebrity, I just want to know where are the celebrity scenes? Because if you're getting invited to a non-celebrity scene and you're seeing the Dave and Buster's crowd,
I didn't get invited to that
are you
scene.
offended? Are
I
you?
kind of just invited myself. I just went
Oh, you invited
on a
yourself.
spy adventure.
Okay.
Joe, when you used to do
Mm,
the R&B parties, right? If you recall, like back a couple years ago, that was very kind of commoner. You wouldn't say? Wouldn't you say?
Um, I don't like the word commoner. I wouldn't say that.
I'm being arrogant, but no, you know what
I,
I'm saying. It's like, quote unquote, it's Gen Pop. It's like it was
yeah,
definitely
it was open to all. It was a show for all, promoted to all. Yes, for sure. Anything you
right.
post on Instagram is that.
Okay, so then it's that. I mean, you ran into like people that were like obviously the 9 to 5ers. Is that what you're
I
trying to
I
say?
was there to do that.
There you go. Okay.
I was there for that. That's what the event. I was throwing the event.
Okay. No, I mean it's just, I guess, you put yourself in that position. I
Joe is not a man of the people. That's
I
it. He
I
don't
don't
need
want to
y'all.
say that.
He listen.
No, no,
He
not
keep a
when it
couple
comes to
wet wipes in case
partying.
a bum
No,
try and touch
no,
him.
no.
No,
Ew. Like he's on his
Yeah,
Nicki
no.
Minaj. Period.
I don't think that's not.
I know what the vibes is. I know what's going on. Again, but Pixie, I get it. I don't want you to defend him.
Nah,
I'm literally just talking. I'm not trying to get into nobody copping pleas for Joe when he's right here. So
I'll take
me,
some,
I will say this.
please.
oh God.
No, you don't need no
I
plea. That's your
love
problem. Always
please.
trying to weaponize your fan base
Oh,
problem. Nah,
please.
get out of here.
No, don't weaponize me, Joe. But
No,
I'm just saying I see where
please,
he's coming from.
no. No, and listen, that's why I let you rock. Like, I'm not here just to be a echo chamber. If someone agrees with him, that's not a problem. Me personally, just so people can understand, I'm not offended. I just think it's in poor taste. There's a big difference for those that don't understand that. You can call out something that is in poor taste and feel strongly about the timing of it, reading the room, how it can make other people feel without it hitting you personally, because it don't hit me personally. Trust
So
me.
then I have a
I'm very much so good, and I can very much so get into spaces that I feel that are comfortable for me at my level or whatever level that is. But Joe know what he doing. And listen, at this point, all you got to do is say salute, because I'm not even about to do this with you.
I have a
I understand what is happening. I see it a mile away, but it's okay.
then I have a question.
Hmm.
Since obviously, and I get where you're coming from because that's what I was gonna type, but then I didn't. Obviously he
Hmm.
said this. Obviously it is what it is. He's standing on it. Repercussions. There's repercussions to everything you say or do, whether it's good or bad, right? So
Yeah,
where do you feel? What do you feel about that, Joe? What if there's repercussions?
he just said he don't care. You ain't hear that part?
Oh, I
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah.
so he doesn't care. Okay,
If I
cool.
was worried about repercussion, then I wouldn't have listened to the vote in the room, and I'd have just erased it. It don't. This is not. This is not that big of a deal.
I got you. Okay, I
Hmm.
respect that.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes,
let me
yes, yes,
just
yes.
point out that every other month,
Mm-hmm.
the non-Joe Vengers threaten cancellation of Patreon, and then it spikes up.
That's
I
true.
just want to point that out too.
We the stimulus
Yeah.
package.
Like at some point,
Hmm.
bust your gun, get out.
So, quick question. So, let me ask you this question: do you feel like a Joe Venger is someone that just sits there and just agrees with you all day?
Never, never.
Oh,
Boo to
okay.
that.
So, what do you
Boo to
consider a
that,
Joe
Joe
Venger?
Nay.
Because you love to say non Joe
Yeah,
Vengers
but what is
and
that?
try to aim it and target
But
it. That is not even a
but what
thing.
is that though? Because it is a thing. So if you
What is
if you
what?
want a definition for Joe Venger, then let's get one for non-Joe Venger because it is a thing.
Well, I would like my question asked first before you
Yeah,
try
I
to
bet you do.
get yours off. Yeah, of course I do. That's how
My
it works. You
Wi-Fi
answer
is
this question
staticky
and
now.
I'll
Now
answer
my
his.
Wi-Fi is bad.
No, of course it is when it comes time for you to be talking. Yeah. So you can't do this
I've
with
been
me
talking this
at
whole
all.
time,
I already
Joe.
know the tea. I know you have. So answer my
I ain't stopped
question. What do
talking
you
yet.
feel a Joe Venger is? Is a Joe Venger someone that only agrees with you? And you
I
said
answered that.
no,
No.
right? Right. So a non-Joe Venger in your experience is what? And I'll give the same answers. What do you feel a non-Joe Venger is? Someone that publicly disagrees with you?
No, please, Joe. All right,
Okay,
enough
so
of
who's
this
a
now.
non-Joe
Enough of
Venger?
this now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. So a non-Joe Venger. That's why,
Did he
listen,
answer the
Joe.
question?
No, he didn't. Because
Oh, okay, all right.
he trying to say you the non-Joe Venger, Sonny. Listen, let's put the name on the
Me?
bullets. You the non-Joe Venger. That's what he trying to say. He don't want to do
Oh,
it.
oh, Joe, you don't feel that way about me.
Sunny's so fake. Listen to her.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Phony.
what?
Phony.
No, what? Me?
Me?
That's
Sunny.
crazy. I'm not up at 8 a.m. listening, but I get to it. I like it. I like Joe. What y'all talking about? I think he talking about gotta
And why
be
are you throwing Sonny
let me
name in the
see.
mix? Like, why you say that?
Oh, he,
Right, exactly.
so
Exactly.
cause so if you could give a person, I can have an example. So, but you didn't want to. You said
Well,
you
I
was
don't think
done.
it's
So
important
I
to
just.
identify or
Mhm.
single any one
Okay.
person out. But since you use Sonny, I think that Sonny is
Hmm.
rather logical most times.
She's rather okay.
I
Okay.
think that Sonny stands on her square, whether I agree with it or not. I don't think that Sonny
Okay.
changes contingent upon what room she goes to. I think she kind of keeps it a bean no matter who's around. She is her. Sonny to me don't have an identity crisis.
Mm.
Since
So
since
let's
since
say
you're asking.
since I'm asking, okay. So there are people that you feel in these spaces have identity
No,
crisis
no, no,
and
no,
they
no, no,
see
no, no,
Joe
no, no, no,
Budden.
no, 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 no.
No,
Not I
you're
feel.
not putting
Not
names
I
on
feel.
bullets.
There are people in these
But
spaces
people
with
are.
identity crisis problems. Yes, that's a fact.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay. Understood. I think that's good. I think that's good to acknowledge that and figure out who those people are just to have a better idea of who we're speaking to. Good. Okay. Well, I'll say this. I think as someone who is extremely supportive and have listen, I don't really have to list or name anything, but I do feel like the non-Joe Avenger topics do tend to come up when certain people push the I don't agree. That's when I feel like I hear that more often is when people are in disagreement or stand on 10. And it also happened before when I had a space and mentioned similarly, like, hey, this seems very interesting that every time the general population of people that support and or if it's not giving a good product, I don't think that's something that people should, you should be mindful of what you're doing, mindful of where you're spending. And if in this moment I'm a 9 to 5er and I feel like I need to be mindful of what I'm spending, I think that's a very common and logical thing to do as well.
Oh, I
To be
totally,
mindful
I
of where I'm
totally
spending.
agree with that. I don't think anybody needed my
Yeah.
podcast to make them aware of that. But if I were able to help, then awesome.
Well, some people do.
I'm
Some
here to
people
help.
are,
I'm here to help.
yeah. Some people do.
Please
But I
know.
do feel like generally speaking, I do think that um the larger consensus I feel, and again, whether people take away from it, you take away from it. Like I said this before you came in the room. There is no intention for Joe to react. I think that comes at a I think that's a little weird to think that people want to have a conversation to get Joe to react on the podcast. That's not the end goal. The end goal is to have conversation about something that you enjoy listening to. And if you hear something that you don't agree with, you can easily say, yeah, I don't think that's cool at all. And I think to be vocal about it, to be loud about it, to be bold about it, no matter who's in the room, is just as much my prerogative, just as much your prerogative as Joe's prerogative to not be around the bums at the bowling alley. Everybody has their own prerogative based
Joe
on their
Budden did
level,
not
right?
say bums, Jonay.
I
Said it.
know you
Yeah,
didn't
but
say
there's
that, but
people
you
that
see,
just
I
joined your
can't mince
room. It's
my
a very
words.
large
Yeah,
space.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to
You're right, not
thank
the
you.
bums. Let's just say the working class. Joe has his prerogative, and I think everybody has their own based off of their level. I think that's just what it is. But I genuinely don't agree. But I would like to get to the bottom of you in this anti non Joe Avenger thing because I do think I'm gonna be honest. I think you do love to target that and throw that my direction. I'm gonna just keep it a bug because I'm not scared. I think you like to throw that when you think that I rile up the people. That's what I
Why do you
think.
think that?
I,
Pretty
I think
jazzed.
that because I think that whenever you catch wind of anybody talking about being anti-Patreon, and a lot of times if it's me myself, I won't speak for anyone else. I'll just say that for me, I think then you end up having this. Oh, well, you guys are trying to create a boycott. No one's trying to boycott you, and I think it only
No,
happens
that's
when certain
cap.
people are
You on two
speaking.
sides of the fence. If
Okay.
there 100% has been times where you or whoever was front and center leading
Mhm.
this exact same conversation. It happens every other month. Like I said, there's a pattern.
Mhm.
You can see it. I can spot it.
Okay. Okay. So this is anti Joe Avenger behavior.
No, I can't say that because I wasn't here from the start of the room. I'm talking about the past.
Okay. So have
I got to go to
people once you've
YouTube
noted that
and listen to the beginning
you got to go to
to catch the
YouTube.
beginning of
Right. Of
this.
course.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course. Of course.
You know it. Come on, you
Of
know it.
course. Yeah. Um. So.
It could be sheer
So.
coincidence that it's normally you hosting
mm,
those spaces.
yeah, it's not sheer coincidence. Is
It
what it
could
is. Is
be.
I don't.
God has a funny
It's not
sense of
sheer
humor that
coincidence.
way, you know?
No, no, he doesn't have a funny sense of humor in that way. It's me doing what I want to do, and I will always do it because I'm always going to have a conversation about things that I feel strongly about. Okay.
As you should.
So
As
number
you
one,
should.
see, the thing is, so when you say it's normally me, I can't be what you mad. I want to point out something, but I don't want to throw shots at nobody or make nobody think that I'm throwing shots at them. But I can't help that other people scary, and I also can't help that people are scared of you. I'm not. So the
Very
reality is,
anti
I
Joe
don't have a
Venger
problem with.
thing to say. Now you're speaking for how other
No, I'm
people
not.
feel. You
I'm
not
not. No,
scared,
I'm
as
just
if
saying in
somebody is
general.
in
I'm
here
not
to scare
scared.
you. Oh my God. Enough, girl.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that
Enough.
at all. What I'm saying is, I'm not scared to have controversial conversations with you in the room in the fear of you not wanting to come around or you not being around. That's what I'm saying. That's not anti anything. That is me saying that I have had conversations with you in the past and conversations with you currently where we can talk about things that are not necessarily looking at you in the best light. And we can walk away saying, okay, that was a conversation that we had. Everybody's not like that. So when you highlight, oh, you're normally the one having the conversations, yeah, because maybe I'm going to be the one to have those conversations because not everybody wants to.
Well, then I'm glad. I'm
That's all I'm
glad you
saying.
found your tribe.
Yeah,
That was so
I am too.
nasty. That
And
was
you're a part of it.
nasty.
Anywho, Knick Knack. Hey girl.
Hey there, how you doing?
We're good. How are you,
Pretty
love?
good. I'm a little shy when he's in the room, but I do identify as a Joe Venger. So as a Joe Venger, and I was there for the last time that this sort of thing happened. I haven't heard the pod today, but as a Joe Venger, to me, it's just like you don't lead the charge in let's boycott Patreon. Um, and you don't like me. I disagree with him at times, but I won't publicly speak on it and try to get everybody riled up. Like I want to see him win. Like I support him. I'm a big fan. I appreciate the space that we in to be able to communicate with him. And then if he says something about I'm a 9 to 5, I'm his audience. I'm like I would think I'm his target audience, 9 to 5ers. But I don't party the way he party. I'm sure he probably party with strippers and people that just have do different kind of partying than me, and I have to get up and go to work
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. So I didn't hear the pod yet today, but if that was said, I can sort of understand when he say, "Hey, I don't like partying around 9 to 5ers." So I just wanted to come up and say I was there last time you this kind of space happened, but and I am a
Mm-hmm.
Joe Venger, so I just don't publicly speak bad about him. That's what I say. That's the reason why I say I
And
But
I
don't.
I,
and I and
I
I and
also
I
don't think
respect
that,
that.
Jonay, I don't necessarily think that someone announcing what they're not going to do is starting a boycott. I think if the goal is like, oh yeah, let's all not do the
Yeah.
Patreon, let's all
Have we
make sure
heard
we,
that?
I
Right.
think I
Have
think
we
there is
heard
a
that
complete
once?
difference in, because
Have we heard that once?
we've heard them on the podcast say, I don't fuck with this artist, or I don't like them, or I don't
Like, what
like
is
this.
we
That's
talking
not a
about?
Your
boycott
voice,
against it.
some
But if you
people in this
start,
group voice is powerful. Jonay is a powerful voice
Well,
in this
listen, but
community.
it's
listen,
a okay,
listen,
all right.
but listen. But if people are brainless enough to sit there and do something because I said it, then that's a problem about y'all, not me. I'm up here having a conversation about things that are going on. I'm having a conversation about something that was said in poor taste.
It's not
And the
brainless.
reality is like
It's
I
just
said,
sheep in the
if
world.
no, I'm not saying
Yeah, I
you.
know. I'm a
Exactly,
rebel.
I can't worry about no sheep when I'm a leader. I ain't got time to worry about no
I
sheep. Like
understand,
that's the
but when you
problem.
support him and
I'm
you
speaking
understand your
generally.
voice,
I do, but that's the problem. I support that, and that's the
But
thing. And
supporting
this is why I'm
somebody don't
saying what
mean
I'm
that you got to
saying.
And it ain't
I'm
tiptoe in
support.
their
supporting you
That
doesn't
we
mean
space.
that
have
I have to
definitely
turn
heard.
around. And they can't.
Let's
It's
all
been support
boycott.
for
We've heard that.
years.
So we've
No one
not. I'm
from
not speaking
who?
about
From
today.
who?
I wasn't here from the start of y'all's room, but
Okay,
we've
but
heard
when
that
we
in the
said let's
past. So
all.
Who you
Okay, but
hear it
from
from?
who? From who? Not for me.
It,
I don't say
it
let's
definitely
all do
wasn't me,
anything
because
because
I'm gonna turn
I
that
don't need
shit
Every
on.
time.
and I don't because I don't need no let's all do this together as a general consensus. No, like that. See, this is the part that's so funny to me is that what ends up happening is to push narratives and rhetoric, it ends up being what it is. And then, oh, you have a platform. Yeah, but the same platform that you say I got, the person that you're supporting has that same platform, and that's why we're here. We're talking about him being on a platform saying something that is, to me, a poor taste statement. There's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't mean that I'm anti anything. And that's the thing. People can sit up here and watch Joe Budden go ham about DDG. Oh, you're anti-young nigga. Not necessarily. He just has a strong opinion about this one person in this one scenario. So that's where this whole you hating, you're a hater, hate culture, all that stuff gets weird and muddy, because I am saying something, but we could take note of the moments, right? The moments where, oh, you said this a couple months ago and now you're saying it again this month. Yeah, but what about all the months in between when those same people are vouching and validating and supporting and spending and paying and promoting that very same podcast, taking darts and getting random shit happen to them personally for supporting that same exact podcast? But it's all nothing when it's not beneficial, but when it seems like it's anti or something that doesn't feel comfortable, now all of a sudden it's a hate train and a
No,
rallying
no,
cry to
it's
people.
too
No, I
personal on
can't help
both sides.
help.
It don't matter if good or
It's not
bad. It's too
personal at all,
personal
is
on
what I'm
both
trying to get you to
sides.
say. It's not personal.
The person
It's
that
not
is having
personal at
their real
all. And
life
that's the point.
affected because of podcast listenership should take a step back.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to tell that to the people doing it. Because again, I'm not a potter. I'm not a potter. I'm a listener. I'm a consumer, and I have the
Even
right
that's
to get on
debatable.
my space,
But
my
I
platform.
hate a debate.
What's debatable? A
No,
consumer?
I don't even no, I don't
What?
know that you're a consumer. I don't know that either.
You don't know I'm a consumer? What
I
does
don't
that
know if
mean?
you're just a consumer. I don't know that. I don't know about that one.
Can you expound? I don't know what you mean. When you say you're not just a consumer, I don't know what you're trying to say, so I can understand. Because you may have a
Don't you
point. I
run
just don't
Mel
know what the
Ford
point is.
space?
No, I don't.
Aren't you like a lead voice in the Mel Ford space, or was introduced that way at least? No.
Am I a lead voice in the Mel Ford
Didn't you
space?
run or joint run the Mel Ford space? Yes or no?
As a co-host to, yeah, in that community,
Here
absolutely.
we go. That word keeps coming up.
So what are we talking about?
Community.
And that community, that's what it is, isn't it? Words do mean things. So in her community, there is a space that she held that was hosted and led by one person. And what does that have to do with your podcast?
No comment.
Okay, got it.
Jonay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you see how we're talking about the whole Patreon, and if like not saying that because I don't believe that. I feel like actually majority of the stage right here is pretty objective, and the stages I've seen them in, like they don't lean either side. My question is, wouldn't the whole, even if there is a boycott or people that rally up the boycott, isn't that
Mm-hmm.
repercussion?
What you mean? Like,
It,
can you say that again?
it wouldn't that be a repercussion if like people boycotting based on his comments?
Repercussion, boycotting based on his
Yeah.
comments. What is it that you're
So
saying?
basically,
I
wouldn't.
mean that is if someone stops going to a Patreon
Mm-hmm.
after hearing something offensive on that
Right.
podcast, that is a repercussion of your words.
Right.
But what is it that you're actually saying?
So then it's like if
You're asking me that, or you're asking him that?
well, I'm asking in general, but like it's more like, you know what? I'm gonna ask Joe directly. Wouldn't that be a repercussion that you should be okay with, Joe?
My bad. Can you hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Not the other part.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I think that'd be a repercussion.
So then, are you okay with that then?
Yeah.
Okay then. So then I think Jonay has her point.
Oh wait, what is my point? What did you say again? I'm sorry, I was looking at.
Basically, I'm saying that you're like,
Mm-hmm.
if he's cool standing on it. He's cool with the
Mm-hmm.
repercussion that, let's say there would be, based on his comments, a boycott. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna give this man my $25, my $10. I'm gonna go to Starbucks and take this shit. Ha! You know, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So, and he's
absolutely.
okay with that. Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then
Then what's
okay.
the
So
conversation? Exactly. That's okay.
you,
So, but that's the point,
That's
Vinci.
what I'm
That
saying.
that same so that's the point. So if somebody's saying something like that, that does not make them anti. That does not mean they are rallying the troops. That doesn't mean that they are boycotting. That doesn't mean that they're calling for anybody to do anything. They are simply observing, listening, receiving, and making a decision. That is that person. There is plenty other people that are feeling in the comments and otherwise saying, "Oh, it's not that serious. It's just a joke." Okay, that's cool. And I do think it is a joke, a poor taste joke. And for those that choose to do it or not do it, be here or not be here, to Joe's point, that's everybody's. That like there is no rallying, and that's the only thing I was talking about was this. Everybody else has to be mindful of what they say besides the Potters. No, I don't think that that's something that is being communicated. And if it is, I hope we aren't, because I think if Joe's cool with that, he should be. Like he said, that is what it is. But we also can't then turn around and say that everybody else is taking things emotionally and not you. I think that just gets interesting. I don't know how genuine that is, but
They don't fall under refer to the tag. They can't be entertainment. That
it can be.
maybe it was a mistake since he thought about it and said maybe I want to take it out. He didn't take it
Mhm.
out, and then the fans react the way they do. I mean, maybe it can fall under that. It was entertainment. He went on the edge, left it in, and
Mhm.
but
maybe
that's
it was
not
Yeah,
a
just a
mistake,
mistake.
knickknack. That you
that's
use
that's
the
that's
word
possibility
mistake,
too.
but you use the word mistake, knickknack, and he's very much standing on it. So that's not a
It's a
mistake.
mistake. It's a mistake because he left it in, but he thought about it. He came here. He's
He's not
explaining
regretful
it.
of it. You're regretful of a
I mean, we
mistake. I
don't
don't
want
think he's
cause
regretful.
he's Joe Budden and he want to stand in it. You know, that's his personality. But him
Mhm.
coming here to
Mm.
explain it lets you know that it's some kind of remorse or some kind of something felt behind it.
I hate when y'all do
Do
that
you
when
feel
I
it was a
come in here. I
mistake?
come in here when absolutely nothing is going on.
Do you feel it was a mistake, Joe?
It wasn't a mistake.
Thank you.
I don't want to party with you niggas. The end. Protest about it.
Bean, you said you had a question. What's up? What's your question?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's been a minute since I've been in this space. I normally play the background. Michael, what up? I see.
What up, man? What up?
Chilling. Yo, so I'm really laughing because I watched the pod today and I try to take everything Joe say with a grain of salt. Like I'm from Jersey, so like certain things like I just laugh at, but for us to really take what he says and run with it, like Jonay, let me shout you out real quick because the fact that this shit is even up and running like this is crazy. But like I think that what he's basically saying is insert whatever number we think Joe is worth at this point. No, no, he
Mhm.
should not be in certain spaces with other people. Like I don't think that we could even fathom it because he's probably, I would think, the only millionaire in this group right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that we should take it personal when he says stuff like that. Now he adds sauce on it and he tells you he's adding sauce on it on the pod right after he says it. So I think the performative side of it mixed in with what he's saying is the impact that he wants to have because that's what his listeners and his followers support. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever's taking him too seriously, I think that they either are new or they're creating some type of like conversation based off of the content. Like right now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like
Or based off whatever their future content goals may be.
very, very possible, very, very possible. But salute to everybody involved because honestly, I don't think at this point nothing nobody does for content is free. So there's a meaning behind all of this. Let's just say dialogue, right? So what I wanted to ask Joe is where do you even take that Ferrari, bro? Like, if like I'm joking with the 9 to 5ers, but wherever you take it, it's gonna be 9 to 5ers.
You don't
So,
take it anywhere.
oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking like, because if it's the
It
one I
don't
think
go
it is,
anywhere. It's not.
yeah.
I've said on the pod, it ain't really the drive nowhere.
Word. Yeah, but that was my piece.
I agree with
Okay.
that guy.
Of course
Hey,
you do.
wait. I'm not that guy. I'm
Um,
Portfolio Bean. What we
Well,
talking
the
of
about?
course
phone is
you
in my
do.
pocket, but I agree with Portfolio P.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who else has questions? We have who is this? Let me
I got a
see.
question, Joe. What made you do the cream and the white?
That's
Tell
been
me more.
killing Sonny.
Tell me more. Cream and white what? I don't know.
And we was on
That
playback
Gucci.
the other day, and you had this, you had this fit on, man, and I was really
What was the fit?
disappointed, Joe. It was a white T-shirt with some cream Gucci jacket with a red something on top with the. It was
Where's
bad,
the pic?
Joe. Okay. You
You
know what? I'm
talking
about
about
to
a
go find
green
it for
Gucci
you because
jacket?
no,
He was doing
cream,
all white,
cream.
all
You
cream and
had
white.
on a plain, yeah. You was going cream and white, but you
I
should
gotta
never.
see it.
I promise you, don't ever go cream
I
and white
gotta see
again.
it. I'm not a
All right,
cream and white
all
guy. I
right.
gotta see what you're talking about.
No,
No.
we could tell. No, we could tell. That was evident. All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, I think it was.
Girl, what is
Which
wrong with you?
Sonny
I'll be
is
back.
episode was
sick,
it?
y'all. Sonny is sick. That's been eating her up.
Cobb is crazy. I take
All
nothing Joe
right,
says
I
seriously.
can't
Take
find it, Michael.
everything.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
know
don't even
Michael
think
gonna
I
find
own
it.
a cream Gucci jacket.
It's like
You
it's like a
do.
Yeah,
sweater,
yeah. It was like
like
a
a
You
black.
jacket.
just wore it
Like a
Yeah, like
last
a
week. The
sweater.
shit that got the Gucci
Yo, the
trim,
more y'all talk
green and
about it,
red
the more nuts
trim.
it sound. I gotta see it.
It's the all white shit. Look like some knitted shit. Like look like somebody
Nah, it was
fucking.
nuts, and
It
you
looked like
and
somebody
you've been putting that
crocheted that
shit
bitch.
on. So I was like, wow, why would he do that? But some real niggas take one day off every now and again.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got to
Sonny,
see
we were
it.
talking about it on playback, and I said, "What the heck did I say?" I called it a I think it was like a Buddhist type Gucci type fit, like if
Nah,
you
the
gave.
lady. I see where you was going, but you ain't get there. It was
Good.
delayed.
Nah, somebody post a fucking picture, man.
it was a cardigan and sweats.
Yeah, it was the cardigan trim Gucci, which I like that one by the way. But then it was just the way you paired it up with the
Oh
sweats,
no.
and
Okay,
then you
wait.
had the
No, I don't
white
think that's fair.
shoes.
Wait, I don't think that's fair. Y'all talking about the Gucci cardigan that I just be throwing on like a robe. Like I don't be trying to style when that's on.
That one, that
Yes.
one.
Yeah, I don't like
Nah,
that.
you tried to make it
Nah, no
fit because
way.
you threw the red hat on.
Nah, I'm not
No
I'm
way.
not
All
jacking
right,
that.
I'm gonna let you have this one.
Yeah, that's the cardigan right there. But I got the rest of the fit they're talking about.
Real loungy. You look comfy though.
It is comfortable. Damn, now it's awkward in
What you
here, man.
outside
Damn.
shopping?
I'm sorry. All right. Shit.
Yeah, look what you do. You fuck up everything. I'm
I
kidding
ain't
with
gonna
you, Joe.
lie.
I'm, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. See, this is the thing. Like,
All right,
first
y'all.
off,
Who want to party? Who want to go
I,
to who want to party with me? What's up? That's
no
what y'all
one wants to
saying.
party with you. No one wants to party
I
with
think
you
they
at
want to
all.
party
See
with
this
me. Where
is see
y'all
this
at?
is see this is the thing. This is the thing. I think you think we want to party with you. You
Man,
Where's
honestly
El
you
Janelle
honestly
to
think
tell
I, it's
y'all
because
that
what
everybody
happened
related it
when
to
she
money.
came to
When you
party
said
with me?
everybody
listen.
related it to money and you calling them broke and
Ooh.
applying broke to being 9 to 5ers, everyone related it to money,
Jonelle, you were
myself
just in New
included.
York, so I know you ain't trying to
I,
party
I
with me.
sure
You
I
just you just
I
like to
sure was,
protest.
and
You
I
just like to
definitely am
stand for
here.
something. Like
Listen, Martin Luther King,
you gonna
nigga.
find
What's the
something to
tea?
stand on. Go ahead, girl.
I sure am. Stand on 10. How about that?
It's John
Mm-hmm.
A. Scott King.
Period. As long as you
This shit
Johnny
recognize.
though.
Scott King.
Like, oh my lord.
Y'all are sick.
See this is the problem because Joe gets on his little soapbox and think that he doing a 1-2 when Joe genuinely like Joe.
He
Come
wants
on
you to
now.
start a space and show him love, John A. He
I
wants
don't
you
know
to
what
stop this
Joe
Literally,
come
that's
on
bullshit.
what
now
he
mean.
He
want. That's
said, "Stop
all
this
he want.
bullshit,
What
Like
John
Joe come
A."
on now
listen,
mean?
he wants to hug, and that's just I get it, Joe. But listen, that's not
I'm
what it
a
is. You
hugger.
gotta understand.
Wait, wait. But don't Johnny don't
Don't
Johnny
ever
show
call
your
yourself
love?
a hugger. That is sick work. I'm a hugger. What you expect?
Ew.
That's crazy.
I'm a hugger. That ain't news.
Child. But Joe be thinking, nigga, I don't hate Joe. I'm just trying to keep it a buck. I got to be honest. I got to keep it real.
Well,
But it's all
did you
right.
keep it
Ain't no
real?
problem. I kept it real, Joe.
All
He
right,
Period.
kept it G
good.
real.
All right,
That's
now
all.
we
Gotta
can
keep it
sleep at
G.
night.
Micah, what that mean?
Thank you.
Now we can sleep at night.
Now, huh? Y'all heard it, man. Joe doubled down, stood his ground against the consumers. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. I do agree. You don't got to party with everybody. But, should he have been a little bit more easier on the folks? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And we'll be back with the files.
Yeah. My
Only.
guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang, gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.